YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all those joints. It's Kev from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And I told you I'd be back on Saturday to finish what I didn't finish on Friday. So if you are free and can spend maybe an hour, 15, 20 minutes with me, I'd appreciate it. I really would. Yeah, man. And while you're here, make sure you hit the like button, share my videos, and also let me know that you can hear me. Saw some funny business going on with my microphone, so I just want to double check and make sure it ain't just me and my paranoia. So let's see if anybody's there. Let me know you can hear me. All right, let's see. Don, I see Don. Don is here. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else with me on this Saturday? Or are y'all like, man, I got too much stuff to be doing to be hanging out with Kev from Kevin's Corner on a Saturday? Yeah, I got my lawn to be cutting, got all that stuff that I've been saying I was going to do for like 8 years and ain't done yet. So this is an excuse to procrastinate. Y'all can just be like, man, you know what? I was about to cut the grass, but, Kev from Kevin's Corner came on and I had to go ahead and listen to him. So with that being said, I'm waiting for some people to go ahead and log in, but I still haven't heard anybody let me know that they can hear me. That's concerning. So, I don't want to be just wasting. All right. Somebody said I'm okay. All right. I'm starting to think y'all can hear me. Now, if that is the case, then let's go ahead and let me get loose so we can get busy. Now, there's a number right here. Yeah, y'all can hear me. Y'all responding to my comments now. There we go. So this number right here, 330-974-4607 is the number you can text. If you text MAGA to it, then, of course, you'll be able to stay in contact with me just in case they bounce me up off this platform. You never know what they might do. And in the meanwhile, let me go ahead and get loose, man, because we ain't finished the celebration from yesterday. It's a celebration. Where's my celebration gear? Oh, man, I ain't got my hat. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. That's right, man. Gorillas in here. Now, don't forget, if you want to check out Kevin's Corner store, you can do that. There's a link below the video with all the merch, and you can purchase whatever you want, man, to represent being a part of the Gorilla Clan. That's right. And in the meanwhile, if you want, you also can donate to the channel. Just get straight to the point. Cut out the middleman. Go straight to the point. Drop a couple bucks in there in my CASHAPP or PayPal. I would definitely appreciate that too. I'm not returning stuff. I'm not gonna be like, your payment has been rejected. No, send them all, man. Send them all. Now, last night we left off, of course, talking about the celebration that Donald Trump threw up there in the Bronx. So let me see if I could pull up that where we left right about there. You see that face? You see that face? That right there is the face of dumbness. She was more like a doodoo queen on a doodoo screen. She don't mind, but what do you mean? She's Congresswoman. She's AOC. She's bubblehead #1. Without a doubt, she's just dumb. So now there you have it, AOC. But before we got to AOC, we showed a lot of footage of people that were up there from the Bronx celebrating, even though Bubble One said that no one would come. Y'all hear that? Bubble One was hating all day long. She was hoping for a rainstorm, acting like she was a Christian, talking about ain't God good. And God blessed that day. And we're going to be hearing from somebody who's talking about that a little bit later. But yeah, she was up there hating, drinking all that haterade. You can see it just floating in her eyes. That's how much she was filled up with hateration. And we started the show off by, going back and, showing a couple clips of people in the media. And unfortunately, there's some politicians that kind of echo this too, that were comparing Trump to Hitler. And then going one step further, like Joy Behar, talking about all the folks with MAGA hats that are wearing these MAGA hats, might as well put a swastika on their head. So basically, we would be Nazis, okay? Basically, we'd be Nazis. And then I think there was Lubin Tubin, who I showed a clip of him talking about, your moral compass must be broken if you vote for Trump. You might as well be a Nazi down at the border, checking people in when they come in. You know what I'm saying? They're checking people in. So all of that garbage these people have been talking really is offensive. And then I showed y'all Joy Reid, big face. That's right. Showed y'all the white Chinese lady, that with the apple head, and she tried to put a spin on this celebration and said that Donald Trump only came up there just so he could win the favor of the white folks that aren't in the Bronx, hoping that they would look at this and say, well, maybe Trump isn't the racist that they've said he is. Now, do you understand how offensive this is? And I'm going to tell you why. When the media and the Democrats are constantly calling Donald Trump a racist, it is offensive to us as Trump supporters, especially minorities. They always use the racism of low expectations. So now, by calling Trump a racist, what they're basically saying is all of the minorities that support Trump are too dumb to realize he's a racist. That's what they're saying. It is offensive to us. It belittles our intelligence. When they up there, Trump, to Joy Reid, she said it last night on the show. Why would you think he would be up there with blacks and Latinos, and whom which he doesn't like very much? And I'm saying, so we're all just that dumb and gullible. We're not Democrats. We're not Democrat voters. We're not up there celebrating and putting folks up on our shoulder that supported Margaret Sanger. Hey, we're not up there, voting for a party that was responsible for all the racism that you guys are running around claiming that's still affecting us to this day. Yeah, we're not Democrat voters that will go out there and vote for creepy, sleepy, sleazy, slimy, sloppy Joe, who was hanging out with segregationists and pushing segregationist policies. We're not them. We're not going to sit back and say we're not able to recognize racism. We see racism all the time, and it ain't in white nationalists. It's not in Ku Klux Klan and all. It's coming straight out of the Democrat Party and them using Marxist conflict theory to divide the country and also belittling blacks and other minorities with the racism of low expectations, belittling our intelligence all the time. So now here we are up there celebrating Trump, giving him hugs like that girl down there in Atlanta, and she has no idea that she's hugging on a white nationalist, right? I mean, come on now. So when I hear them do this, I want them to put a mic in my face so I can bring that up. So you think we stupid? You think blacks and other folks are dumb? So all of these blacks and other Latinos and Asians and Jews, all of them up there in the Bronx are too stupid. They're just under Trump's brainwashing, his influence. We can't see characteristics of a racist and a white nationalist. Well, that's exactly what they think. That is why it is very offensive when I hear them say stupid stuff like that. Now, let's get back to this chick who is a congresswoman for nothing. Congresswoman for nothing. Up there in her turf, Trump threw a celebration. And I'm mad that I couldn't make it, y'all. So let's go ahead and hear her preemptive strike when it came down to the celebration. It was coming to her own backyard. Now, she ain't done nothing for her own people. She don't hang out with them. Yeah, she is a congresswoman truly for nothing. And now all of a sudden Trump's coming and she want to be a party pooper. Boom, boom.
He needs money. He's hosting a rally to try to con people and try to fleece them out of every dollar that they have.
Who is he trying to fleece? That's my question, Elsie. I've been to multiple Trump rallies. Not once did he say, all right, I'm about to take an offering. Everybody get in your pockets, go deep down in your purses. And I want you, I'm feeling, the Holy Spirit's telling me, some of y'all out there got $2,000 in your account. And God said, if you give today, I've never seen Trump do that. So who is he trying to con, AOC? In my thought, I would think that it costs money to throw a rally up there. And he definitely wasn't busting people in to this rally because according to you, he's broke. So he's not charging at the door. So then who is he trying to con out of money? And then once again, you're belittling the intelligence. If I give money to Trump, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not conned out of anything. Democrats are. When you see Democrats come out, Marjorie Taylor Greene called me, talked about my eyelashes. Now I got a shirt that says bleach, blonde, body, bad, butch, body, so-and-so. Send me some money, please. That's a con. When I see Michael Cohen on his raggedy behind TikTok show. Trump, he's a white nationalist and Trump is evil. He should go to prison. And people giving money to that. That's a con. Conservatives usually are pretty smart about what they give to. So what are you talking about?
To fund his own legal fees. And by the way, he's doing it in the South Bronx, not to make a point, but because he's got court.
Okay, that's it. Not to make a point, because he got court. Why does he have court, AOC? Oops. Why does he have court? Because of raggedy Democrats and their fake bootleg, trumped up charges. And why not throw a celebration? Since he's there. Yeah, since y'all ain't doing nothing for the people, it's obvious. You don't care nothing about that. We seen the interview when they were asking you about all these illegal immigrants. And who did you defend? Not your constituencies that was complaining about all the resources going to these people. Now, what you did is you defended the immigrants. That's what you did. You defended the immigrants. And the people were saying, AOC, you're a sellout. You need to go ahead and step down. You need to go ahead and resign. They were doing that to you. Did they do this to Trump when he showed up? Did they do this to Trump?
The man practically has the legal version of an ankle bracelet around him, and he can't leave the 5 boroughs because he always has to be in court.
Is that right? So wait a minute, AOC. On a Friday night, you mean to tell me Trump just couldn't have jumped on the jet and flew right back to Mar-a-Lago? Now, from what I've been seeing, Trump has been going all over the place after dealing with these bootleg charges. He'll jump on his jet, he'll fly, he'll do this, he'll do that, he'll go to this event. So what then is keeping him there to do that event on that evening, on that Thursday evening rather? He could have went somewhere else. He could have went back home. He could have did a whole bunch of other stuff. So you're saying Trump's just sitting there in New York like, man, see, can't go nowhere. I can't never do nothing. You know what, man, I'm bored, man. Why don't we just go ahead and throw? He's very strategic and he's outplaying you dummies. See, so instead of focusing on the people, y'all are focusing on Trump. And he knows that. He's like, yeah, that's right. Keep chasing me around and focusing on me while all the people are going, y'all are focusing on Trump and your precious illegal immigrants and Ukraine and all these other stuff except for us. So Trump did what you guys aren't doing. He said, I want to come listen to the people. So let's finish hearing these lies.
And so it is truly an embarrassment to him.
Why would it be an embarrassment to him? So it is. How do you know this, LC? See, this is when you're just talking and ain't saying nothing. So I guess she knows it's an embarrassment. So Trump's sitting there going, oh man, this is an embarrassment. Why would he throw something that he feels like he'd be embarrassed about? That's my question. Does he strike you as the man that would say, you know what? I'm not sure about this. This could backfire real badly, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I run the risk of embarrassing myself. No, he's been reading the climate and people have been saying, send Trump here. We're listening to Trump. We want to hear what Trump got to say. He's testing the waters as he would come out of that courtroom and just walk amongst the people. And guess what happened? All those people would surround him. And Trump, we love you, Trump. And he started to get the feeling that the people in your area are disappointed and upset with your service. So why not? Why not give the people what they want? You got to give the people. Y'all know the song. You got to give the people what they want. So now let's finish hearing these lies come off the top of her dome. Let's see.
And I am looking forward to the response of everyday Bronxites talking about how they feel about him coming to their backyard.
How do you think he'll be received?
I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if he's going to bus in a lot of his pals from Long Island and Jersey.
There it is. Yeah, you know she is reaching. She's reaching. She knows it's going to be great. She knew it. She knew when she was saying this. Like, man, this dude's about to show out. We've been following him for the last couple years, go all around the country and draw mega crowds. We just saw this man come from New Jersey with 100,000 people that showed up. You know it's going to be dope. I'm mad that I got to miss it. I know she was like, I want to go ahead and show up at the party too. You know how many folks going to be there? But I can't because, see, I'm a Democrat. So now I got to come out here and try to pretend that this ain't nothing. It's stupid. The only reason he's doing this is because this and that. And you know what really is going on in Trump's head? And let AOC tell you. When we know ain't nothing going on in your head except for because you're a bubblehead. You're a bubblehead. So now here you are coming up with this wild theory. He's probably going to bust all his friends in from all of these other cities and states and stuff like that. Well, let's see.
Now, wherever, I hope they pay a nice, hefty congestion tax. I hope that they contribute to the revenues of New York City and fund our public schools through their...
Yeah, because you're not doing anything to do it. Yeah, you're sending, you want them to pay into it so you can fund your illegal immigrants. Is that what you're doing? Because that's where all the money's going. That's why the people are mad, Bubble One. They're not mad because of the taxpayers' money funneling into paying the city schools and the trains and all that stuff. They're mad because the tax money is being sent to folks that shouldn't even be in the country. That's why they're mad. And you're missing the point, you big dummy. Let's continue.
Their tourism to the Bronx.
Get rid of AOC. Vote her ass out. Get rid of AOC. Vote her ass out.
We checked in with the Trump campaign yesterday, asked them about their strategy in choosing to come to the Bronx for the rally. Here's what the campaign told us.
What they say.
President Trump is going to speak directly to locals in the Bronx, in the borough, about how their lives have worsened under Joe Biden's policies, particularly Bidenomics, which has led to the highest inflation in a generation.
Yeah, and especially considering that's your district, AOC, and you ain't done nothing. Got, I believe, one of the worst records in Congress. You're a congresswoman for nothing. Now, they knew exactly when they installed Joe, but what you were going to be doing. Her job is to wreak havoc, push Marxism, push globalism, and vote the way we tell her to vote. Okay? Yeah, she's the beginning of us infiltrating the American judicial / executive / what's the other branch? Judicial, executive, and legislative branch. There you go. Yeah, let's go get all up in there and slide some what is it, Democrat socialists in there. There you go. And then let the people get used to hearing that term. See, at first it shocked the system. When she came in, I'm a Democrat socialist. What the heck? I can't even believe they let her in. Then a couple other ones came in, and you're going, okay, maybe it's just a trend. It'll go away. But now you're nestled in there. And now we're starting to see everything that she talks about and pushes all lines up with socialism. Just because you put Democrat in front of it don't mean that you are a socialist. Well, I'm a Democrat socialist. But yet you want open borders. You want to take everybody's money, send it all over the place, use it for whatever you want to use it for. But yet while you get paid, yeah, you want all that stuff, right? Yeah, you don't want all these folks in your neighborhood and at your crib. You don't want these protesters and radicals that y'all encourage to tear up our city and get up in people's face. You don't want them following you around. You don't want them chasing you out of the movies. You're like, all right, back up off me, okay? That's for the other people that we sick you guys on, not us. So you ain't done nothing for your people. And yet here you are on TV saying Trump is just coming in here because he's broke and he wants money and it's a show.
As you consider the message that Trump might deliver, will he find some New Yorkers receptive to that? How much of this crowd do you think is an out-of-town crowd versus a Bronx crowd?
Yeah, tell us.
I mean, I suspect there's going to be a lot of out-of-towners there. And listen, we have a big, diverse city. I'm sure someone will be showing up supported. But even in the hit on the economic point, it's we just saw that the former president met with oil executives last week saying, hey, you give me $1 billion and I'll make sure that you get the policies that are favorable to raising gas prices and making sure that that a lot of these companies continue to price gouge without proper oversight or regulation. And so the idea that he'd be bringing those down when he's cashing in from the same folks that are bringing those prices up, I think is a little bit suspect. And again, I think...
Give me $1 billion. He's not Joe Biden. He's not up here doing play for pay. What are you talking about? So what? He's just out there like, give me $1 billion so I can put it in my personal account and I'm going to go ahead and... That's Joe Biden style. Yeah, that's the Democrat style. So what are you talking about? Not to mention Trump's policy when it comes down to energy and gas and fracking and all of that stuff blessed us all. That's right. The cup floweth over amongst the people. He opened up the gas, the energy, and all of that stuff to where we were #1 exporter. Everybody was celebrating those low gas prices. Right now, I ride past the gas station with my nose up in the air. Mad. Don't even look that way. Unless I absolutely have to go in and get gas. And here she is up here, $1 billion to his oil friend, this and that. So I guess what she's trying to imply that Trump is getting paid off to go ahead and kill the planet, allow all of his rich buddies to go ahead and just start fracking and drilling and stuff like that and kill the planet. Making no sense. She's pulling it straight up out of that bubble head of hers.
I think the Bronx season.
Get rid of AOC. Vote her ass out.
Word.
Get rid of AOC. Vote her ass out.
Right now.
Listen, all right, listen, okay,
This is the message coming from.
I love that. I love that song right there that those people wrote. AOC has got to go. I said, AOC has got to go. I said, got to go. I said, yeah, go get my bongo so I can go to work. Some African dancers in there. There you go. AOC's got to go. Full-blown celebration. Let's continue. Oh boy, I love ripping these people a new one.
Congressman Richie Torres, who is in this specific district in the South Bronx.
Another congressman.
He says there is no greater enemy than Donald Trump to his district, and that his district will not buy the snake oil.
How is Trump no greater enemy to his district? See, these are Democrats. They just say stuff. Nobody is going to stick a mic in their face and say, so what do you mean no greater threat to your district? I'm pretty sure your district feels threatened by all the illegal immigrants that's there and all the crime that's taking place in your city. I think that's a greater threat than Donald Trump. That's what I think. Richie, unbelievable.
That Trump is selling, and here he was earlier on Morning Joe.
Donald Trump is so unpopular as to be radioactive. He's even less popular than arsenic in the Bronx. So I'm confident that the Bronx is going to overwhelmingly support Joe Biden.
Well, Richie. Richard Little. Apparently, now I'm not sure, I can't confirm this, but I even saw one commentator say that, the overflow, the fire department said that it was like almost 100,000 people, maybe not right directly in there, but folks, just hanging out around there or surrounding that area, like almost 100,000 people. Now, I can't confirm that, but I am saying this. I know it was more than 3,500. Yeah, I know there was more than 30-something thousand. And that's a good number considering you are in the backyard of AOC and this dude. You're in a deep blue city. And yet all of those people came out and here he is. The people aren't buying his snake oil. They're not going to support him.
Donald Trump did not have a criminal trial in New York City. He would never be caught dead in the Bronx.
Hey, well, you're the ones that brought him up there for that stupid stuff that only made him more popular. So don't be whining, Rich Little.
And as far as I'm concerned, the only place in the Bronx where Donald Trump has any place being is Bronx Criminal Court.
Oh, for what? Oh, lawfare. Yeah, there you go. Marxism. There you go. Just put him in the court for no reason. Yeah, put him in on trial for what, Richie? For what?
Christina, do you agree with Congressman Torres there, or could Trump's visit help him make inroads in these voting blocs that have been more traditionally Democratic, like with Black or Hispanic voters?
Congressman Torres does have a point. I mean, the real reason why Donald Trump is going to the Bronx is to say to the Democratic voters of the Bronx, has Joe Biden been here? Right? You all keep voting democratically, but actually,
the people, as they were being interviewed by your raggedy network, were saying, Joe Biden has come here. Where's Joe Biden? Trump wasn't saying anything about that. We all knew Joe Biden's not coming here. He's not going anywhere. You think Joe can draw that type of crowd? If he did come to the Bronx, it would be crickets. That would be the only thing in that audience is literally crickets out there setting up the band, waiting for the people to show up. Well, nobody's coming. We might as well play a jig. And tweet. How much longer? Are we getting paid for this? Look, it's obvious nobody's showing up. Can we just call it a day? Take our paychecks and bounce? That would be the only people playing if Joe did show up. And if they did come out, they would hear catastrophe. as he gets up there and gaffs all over the stage. Let's continue.
I'm the one who's actually coming to visit you. Now, he's not saying it's because I got to stay close to home, which home is the court, but he's also trying to, I don't think he necessarily thinks he's going to get Black and Latino voters to vote for him. Okay. The strategy is to get them to abstain from voting for anyone on the top.
Oh, and that's God. Boy, these people get paid to show up on these networks and say stuff like this. I'm just completely flabbergasted. So now he doesn't expect to get their votes. He expects that his message will make them stay home. Yeah, make sure they don't show up. So let me get this straight, dumb lady with these braids. Maybe the braids are too tight. Let's see.
Black and Latino voters to vote for him. The strategy is to get them to abstain from voting for anyone on the top. And that's where it matters, not just in New York, it matters in places like Milwaukee.
So wait. So let me get this straight. He wants them all to show up. So I want you to come out to see me, but not vote for me. That ain't the goal and objective. Yeah. So let me understand. All of the effort to bring all those blacks and other minorities there. But no, you just wanted them not to vote for the people on the top of the ticket. Yes, absolutely. Vote for me and straight down the ballot. But for her to say it's not for them to vote for him is foolish. It's foolish. He wants their vote too. And at the same time, they need to vote down ballot to make sure that we win back the House and the Senate. Get these local folks out. And these New Yorkers who's up there protesting, they know that. And I hope other Americans know that too. That's why I told y'all before, I'm always suspicious when I look at a state, a conservative state, to where we would win the governorship, like in Georgia, but miraculously, you have Herschel Walker losing. And I'm thinking to myself, now, wait a minute. You telling me Trump supporters or conservatives went in there and went, okay, we're going to vote for the conservative governor, but you know what? Raphael Nordock, or Warlock, should I say. Yeah, let's vote him in instead of Herschel Walker. So it should have been straight down the board. So how did he win the governorship? And if Herschel was on the same ballot, how did Herschel lose to Warnock or Warlock? That's what I don't understand. Yeah, same thing. Carrie Lake won. And word on the street is she's behind up there in Arizona. What's going on out there? Shenanigans? Hopefully no more shenanigans, man. And now I'm going to tell you right now, if she somehow get played and we can figure out that she might not win that seat up there in Arizona, bring her in to be the vice. I would love to bring her out of a bag and sling her on Kamala Harris and watch that slaughtering take place. Boy, she would have her way with Chameleon. that would be a sight to see. She should just be an honorary debater. All right, whoever the vice president, you know what? We're going to go ahead and let Carrie Lake come in and field this. So you go ahead, whoever, Trump picks, and let her go to work on Chameleon. Let's finish hearing from this lady with these Bo Derek fake behind dually ropes in her head.
Matters in Detroit, places where Joe Biden has less favorability, but also we're in a moment where Islam said we have some time, right? Joe Biden needs to make the case to Black and Latino voters, and I should say Black male voters.
Well, see, the only case he's making is, you know what? You'll never be anything, and you know what? The country hates you, and you got to work 10 times harder, and Black men are being killed in the street, and you know what? That's the only communication he's given us. And you're going to have speeches about when the police pull you over, and did you know slavery and Martin Luther King and all of this stuff. Yeah, that's what he is speaking to the Black community, especially Black men. We saw that take place in Morehouse.
Female voters tend to be completely immune to what the Republican Party is selling.
Which is breaking my heart. I hope more Black female voters decide, no, wait, I'm going to follow the Black men. Okay. They ain't going to, for once. Just follow the brothers for once. I know we ain't always been the best, but good grief, in this situation, just let the man lead. Dang on it, women, come on now. Hey, we'll fill you in on the back end. Hey, it's like running. Hey, where are you going? Just come on, girl. Hey, you better just start running. Ask questions later. So let's see what happens, because she's talking about the women are already locked into Joe. It's the Black men. Good. I'm glad to see Black men waking up. Because there's no place in the Democrat Party for Black men or men in general. especially white men. Oh, if you're a white man, you're voting for your own demise. Your own demise if you vote for the Democrats. There's no place in the Democrat Party for real men. Period. That's why all the folks to be on these networks don't have any bass in the voice. Let's continue.
But we always see black male voters voting a little bit more for the Republican Party than black female voters.
And that's because what? We're dumb. See, they had black women, unfortunately, like Stacey Abrams, come out, and when they start seeing the support from black men drop in regards to the Democrat Party, their justification was black men are being manipulated. Once again, attacking our intelligence, coming up with an excuse of why black men are walking away, and it's because we're too dumb, we're brainwashed, Trump somehow put his mojo on us, and I'm saying, wow, they're using y'all to go ahead and throw us under the bus as if we're too stupid to realize, well, Trump, he don't want us now. He's going to send us back to Africa. And he said he hates all black and he's a white nationalist. But you know what? I think the best thing for us to do is go ahead and support Donald Trump. That's what they really are saying when they say that we've been brainwashed, manipulated, and Trump's a racist. Yeah, that's the only reason black men would be supporting him is because they're brainwashed.
But the real reason that Donald Trump wants this is to make sure he sort of suppresses the vote by black male voters in the sense that he's not expecting them to vote for him.
How? What that doesn't even make any sense. Suppresses the vote of black male voters, and he's not expecting them to vote for him. How in the world did this woman even make it on the show? And that is her explanation. What? Somebody said, what? Exactly. What? I don't even know what to say to that dumb statement. So his real goal showing up there was to suppress the vote of the black male, as now they're sitting there registering people to vote that day. There was a huge crowd of black and Latino and other minorities in that crowd. So you're telling me they're registering these people to vote, encouraging them to vote, and hoping that they don't vote, somehow trying to stop them from voting. Only people trying to suppress the black man from voting for Trump is people like her. They're coming out saying, don't y'all go ahead and vote for no dang on Donald Trump, or you a sellout, or you a dummy, or you're brainwashed, and all of this stuff. Or you might even be a Nazi.
Now, I will say, I don't know if New York is definitely a blue stronghold. All states are red states. We just have blue cities in red states. New York is the reason why Joe Biden didn't have unified government in 2022. We're the ones who lost the 4 members of the House who went over to the Republican Party. So yes, it seems like a long shot that, Donald Trump would ever win New York. But looking at those Lee Zeldin numbers in 2022 does make me realize that there are a lot more Republicans and dissatisfied Democrats in the state of New York than we'd like to admit.
Good. And I hope it comes back to bite y'all. It would be fabulous for an upset in New York. Oh, man. Boy, how would they spin that? How would they spin that, John? It would be amazing. Yeah. Oh, what? Somebody said, Deland, Florida is listening to you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Somebody said, Deland, what's one of my best friends? Deland. Hey, he coaches at, well, he was coaching in the NFL for years. He won running back coach of the year like 2 or 3 times in a row for Kansas City Chiefs. And now he's the assistant head coach at Notre Dame. Good friend of mine, Deland McCullough. Many years ago, I told a story about Deland, how the guy, well, it'll take me too long because the story is the most amazing story that I've ever heard. And when he told me the story, if you never heard of it, they did a 30-30 special on it. When he told me this story, it was so hard for me not to tell everybody about this before they did the 30-30. I was like, dude, you can't tell me that and expect me to keep that to myself. That is amazing. So one day I'm going to have to go ahead and share that with you guys when I have a little more time. But it was something impressive. Really, really. It was 1 in a quadrillion situation. So anyway, I don't know if that's who your name, Deland, or you're just referring to Deland or something like that. But it just reminded me of my good buddy Deland. Now, anyway, let's get back to this, okay? Because apparently Trump's trying to suppress the black vote. Yeah, the black men voting. But New York isn't as, I guess, blue as she thinks it is, perhaps. Now, like I said, if they mess around and upset the folks in New York, what do you think they're going to come out and say? And that blue state, are they going to call them all? What good words can we come up with on this? Christian nationalists, that was one. Then there's always the white nationalists. There we go. Extremists. I don't know. They'll come up with something. But what they're not going to say is that folks in these deep blue cities are sick in Russia. There you go. That's another one. They're not going to say folks in these deep blue cities are sick and tired of our shenanigans and they're vomiting up us because of our policies that suck. And we are disregarding the folks that we swore up and down we would look after. They're not going to say that. That's what they should be saying if they get upset. But hey, let's continue because it was a celebration.
Yeah, we want jobs.
Jobs, yeah.
We want fair housing. We want better schools.
Wait a minute. Y'all don't want more immigrants? Yeah, because remember, immigrants make us stronger. Yeah, diversity is our strength. You don't want no more of that? You don't want no more crime? Yeah, you don't want no less police? You don't want no more defunding the police and stuff like that? You don't want that? You want more Soros prosecutors? Y'all don't want that? That's not good up there in New York anymore? So it sounds like the people are waking up and saying, we want some common sense stuff. Some America first stuff.
Our children won't be accused of not being able to know what a computer is.
Oh, and that right there is a gut punch straight to Snaggletooth, Bucky Beaver, Hochul, up there talking about kids in the Bronx or in the inner city. I don't know what city she was talking about. Yeah, they don't know what computers are. They don't know what computers are. But yet came out and said all of these people that showed up are clowns. So now we got kids that don't know what computers are. And then all of these people from the Bronx, not bust in, are clowns. Clowns.
Our children won't be accused of not knowing what a computer is.
Love her.
She's talking directly to Kathy Hochul, who basically insulted black people to no end. You know, there's black people who don't even know what a computer is.
Yeah.
How sad.
Build some brand new state-of-the-art computer labs in those schools.
Yeah. For the illegal immigrants? For the illegal immigrants? Yeah, because see, that's what AOC and all of them are about. Yes, let's build some of this stuff for all of the illegals. Let's get some more jobs for these illegals. Let's get some work permits for them. Let's get some housing for them. Let's get them to vote. There we go. How about y'all just cut through the foreplay and get straight to it? We already know what this is about. Yeah, I'm not here to go and kiss your cheek and rub your back and massage your shoulders. I want some votes. So spare us all of the fluff and the courting and all of that. Get straight to the point, Democrats. Just say all of these people right here in these cities, we brought them in here. We're courting them for votes.
Investments into these communities. Trump will be here on the 23rd. And we hope to see a turnout.
And they did.
There's a 3,500 person capacity. And we're expecting to see 3,500 people with an overflow.
Yes, indeed, dear. And that's what you saw. It was a celebration. Not only did the 3,500 show up, but about 35,000 did too. Woo-wee! I wonder how AOC felt watching that on the news. Isn't she up for re-election? We're about to see somebody that's running against her.
3,500 people with an overflow. They're already, this was from last weekend, so they're already pumping it up. And notice, most of these people are black. So this lady with the microphone here, she is the candidate running as a Republican against AOC.
Wow. We need to come out and vote for Donald Trump and don't be afraid.
Woo-wee! First of all, I like her guns. You see her out there looking like Hogan? You want to know something, brother? Let me tell you something. When I get my hands on AOC, what is she going to do when the pythons come down on her, brother? What are you going to do when she's out there going off looking like Hogan right about now on AOC?
Don't be afraid. Stand with me. Fight with me. Because I am here for the people. We the people.
That woman is jacked.
It is we the people. I am here for the children, the future of our country, for our children. I have grandchildren. I want a better America for our children.
My boy, Wepa! Listen to this dude. He's Puerto Rican.
Who cares what people say?
Who cares what people say?
Who cares what people do?
What people do?
What's important, what we are doing today. We are not allowing anybody to divide us. We will not allow anyone to divide us. We are joining together here. We will be together, and next Thursday, we will be together too.
What? So wait a minute, y'all. I first of all can appreciate this dude because I happen to be a fan of the cowboy hats. Secondly, he said, who cares if they try to divide us? Now, here's my thing. Hochul, she tried to do it. She basically called all these people clowns. AOC, she's trying to divide them. And the fake news is too. So these folks appear to have united together and they're saying, yeah, we heard what Hochul said. Yeah, we know what AOC is saying and all this stuff, but we're not going to let the fake news and these raggedy Democrats do what they've been able to do for years, which is somehow divide the country, not based on, okay, these people believe in these good policies versus these policies. No, not based on that, but based on saying things like you're Nazis if you wear the red hat. Based on saying things like Trump is calling for violence in a bloodbath and he hates all blacks and Latinos. And they're not coming in saying, here's our policies. This is what we're trying to do. This is why we think y'all should vote for us. This is how it's going to benefit you. No, why do that? When you can just call this man a white nationalist, white supremacist, Nazis, and then divide the people based on those labels that you threw on them. And if they don't move to the left, what you're going to do is say, you guys are evil. You guys are too evil. How can y'all be this evil to vote for that evil man, Donald Trump? Now, all the rest of you over here, y'all want to be labeled as Nazis? So if you don't want that label, you better come on over here. You better come on over here. Matter of fact, there's some benefits too, just in case you're a criminal. See, that's only for criminals though. See, there's some benefits. If you're a criminal, you come on over here. If you're a radical protester, you're good. So there's some perks for coming over here and voting for us and being especially if you're an illegal immigrant. Definitely some perks. So this guy's up there like, nah, man, we ain't gonna let them divide us.
Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros. We are here today to send New York City a message.
What?
We stand with Donald Trump. We love Donald Trump. And we're waiting for Donald Trump to make New York great again.
Well, we heard Richie Cortez or Says and whatever his name is. Okay, we heard him say that, no, man, the people in the Bronx, man, they don't like Donald Trump. They'll never support him. We heard John Leguizamo up there talking about, oh, Trump gonna get it when he come to the Bronx, man. They don't play that. We heard Hochul say that it's gonna be clowns. We heard AOC say that, oh, it's just gonna be people bust in and folks is gonna be swindled out of money. But now here are all these people, because see, remember, she also said, I can't wait to hear what the people from the Bronx have to say. Well, here you are, AOC. Listen to them.
And the South Bronx is now my district. And that's why I am here to tell you,
There you go.
I will fight for you and with you.
You want to know something?
We are united in this. We are united.
I love her. I love to see that debate. Let me tell you something, AOC. You want a piece of me? We don't even have to go through the debate. Why don't we get in the ring, sister? That's what I want to see. I want to see her and AOC in the middle of the ring. See what happened. Watch that bubble get popped.
AOC needs to go. AOC.
Want her, but out.
They are destroying us from within.
District Leader Dion Howell of the 77th District with the Bronx County.
From within, they are destroying this country. We need to get rid of them all.
Get rid of them all. They're destroying this country. And I'm so glad to see this taking place in a blue state and in a blue city. Folks need to wake up and realize this is no game, man. And the Democrats are always talking about, this is the most important election ever. This democracy is on the ballot. You darn right it is. But not in the context that you guys are trying to say it is. These folks in 3.5 years have desecrated our country in a short amount of time. Now imagine what another 4 years would do. You think we got that type of grace Another 4 years. And at that point, Trump definitely won't be around anymore. So we would have to hope that another Trumpian type person runs for the presidency. But by that time, the deep state and these Democrats and the fake news and all these corrupt politicians and these globalists would have put infrastructures in place to make sure that another Trump never comes about again. That's why they're fighting so desperately right now. They know that Trump can turn this whole train around. And they're like, if we could get past the Trump train, if we could get over the Trump hump, we're good. We're good. Another 4 years would let us go ahead and solidify our power forever. Then we can go ahead and either silence the people who are mad and see what we did and what we're up to, either silence them, or we'll go ahead, demonize them, and potentially threaten them, lock them up, use lawfare against them. And then, of course, continue using our useful idiots that will protest themselves right into globalism, right into Marxism, and all of that stuff to give us what we want. Then we're going to shut it all down. So the useful idiots and all of those leftover Trump MAGA folks, all of them will be in the same category. And this woman sees it, destroying us from the inside out. We will all be in the same category after they complete their task. It will be the elites and the rest of us. It ain't gonna be no, well, wait a minute, we're protesters, we're the anti-fascists, and none of that. It's gonna be, oh yeah, okay, that was nice and all back then. Thanks for helping us out. Thanks for destroying the country. Thanks for dividing the country. Thanks for being a useful idiot. Thank you. We appreciate that. But now that we've subdued all of our opposition, so you shut your mouths and go somewhere else and sit down, or you might find yourself being labeled as a Nazi or an extremist or anything else we label you as. So this woman sees it, and so do I.
Finish the wall. God bless you.
God bless you, sister.
So this rally, we are going to register you to vote. We are going to offer you, if you have a criminal record.
Now that right there is the blackest white nationalist I've ever seen. There you go, y'all. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I like that right there. I'm trying to get that dark right now. That's why I be hanging out outside sometime for no reason. The chocolate or the better thing on it. Yeah, I'm jealous of his blackness. Now I know I'm black, but that brother right there is black. There you go. So you can't mistake him as some white nationalist, some Nazi, some sellout, something like that. That's a true brother. That's a true brother. You know what's funny? Growing up, we used to get picked on for being dark skinned. Now dark is in, man. Walking down the street, see some girls alike to me, but I'm not high yellow. I'm black and I'm crispy, so all she do is diss me, because I'm not high yellow. That's what I used to be singing. But then black came in. Oh man, turn the tides. It was like, dang, I ain't black enough, man. I need to get, I might have to stand out in the street. I'm getting my degree, but you'll never notice me, because I'm not high yellow. But now, woo, chocolate is in. So there you go, brother. Rock that chocolate, bro.
Your criminal record. This is all I'm going to say at the moment. We're going to move forward with the program. Thank you.
Look at that.
And took to the streets.
To the streets. Oh, look.
Projects that they're just wasting our money on stuff that does not benefit our community. All we asking for is to let us see some of that money be invested into our community.
What?
Trump has a plan. Trump has a plan. If he didn't have a plan, he wouldn't be taking the chance to come here.
No, wait. I thought he didn't have no plan, lady. I thought, according to AOC and all of them, he's just coming to suppress the black vote. And he's just coming because he's broke. He's coming to try to raise money for his criminal charges and stuff like that. He's coming because of, according to Joy Reid, he's coming to just try to win the vote of the middle to upper class white Americans that might think he's a racist. All of these other reasons that the left is scrambling about to try to explain why Trump showed up in the Bronx and all of these people came out to support him. But here she is talking about a real plan that actually works and creates wealth and stability and safety for Americans. One part of his plan is not to keep the border open and flood these folks into these cities. His plan is to get them out of there. So maybe the kids could go back to their own playgrounds and to their schools and stuff. Things like that.
We don't want them to know what this is. Am I right? Yeah. All right. Hey, all right. You translate that to
You don't represent the Bronx.
What's going on? Is it about to get physical?
Did a little investigation. For 15 years. Right in the projects. This is the poorest, most depressing, most unemployment, most high crime rate area within the 5 boroughs of New York City.
Well, where's AOC? That's my question. That's why this woman said, vote her ASS out. Where's AOC? So all of those stats and facts that she just dropped. My question is, wait a minute. This right here is a SO-ran Democrat city. So all of these statistics seem to be a common theme in SO-ran inner cities, all by Democrats. Poverty, crime rates high, legal immigrants shuffled in, raggedy DAs that's letting criminals go, all of that stuff. So where's AOC? She's not addressing these issues. In fact, she's supporting the what? Legal immigrants.
How dare anyone think that they have the luxury of not being able to support someone who is offering them a hand up? Joe and the whole must go. Joe and the whole must go.
They just say Joe and the whole must go? Oh, no, they didn't. No, they didn't say that. Hold on.
Have the luxury of not
I want to hear that again.
Support someone who is offering them a hand up. Joe and the whole must go.
I'm pretty sure they said Joe and the whole must go. Boy, I tell you, if they're saying Joe and the whole must go, they must be talking about Bubba One. Doggone it. Man, I ain't come up with that. So Joe and the whole must go.
Struggling people are getting desperate too.
What's this?
Like struggling people are getting desperate too. That brings the crime up. When you get poverty and you get a bunch of people that come here that get actually more benefits than the people that been here, then what?
This AOC, are you listening? You said you wanted to hear what the people from the Bronx had to say. Or do you? See, Democrats don't want to hear this from their own voters. Yeah, they detest their own voters. They're like, shut up and keep voting for us. Why should we have to explain ourselves to you riffraffs? We don't want to hear y'all complaining about this and showing our results and our work in our face. Nobody wants to look at the raggedy work that they had to go ahead and commit. I did that one time in college. Supposed to be keeping a journal for some dance class I was in. And I skipped the whole semester. Didn't write nothing in the journal. And then at the end of the semester, when it was due, stayed up all night writing fake made-up journal entries in purple ink. Purple ink, got a fat F, and then got mad at the professor. I came down to the football stadium and Coach Sherman Smith said, Kevin. I said, huh? You already know, I could tell by the tone of the voice. I went straight back to the child, huh? He was like, hey, man, what's going on with this dance class? Now, that was the class that I should have been able to pass easily. Because I still got the moves. To this day, I can still get my boogie on. And he's like, hey, man, you got an F on your journal. I said, what the heck? Man, I finished my journal. Well, apparently, the professor wasn't pleased with it. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't turn this around, you're going to be running so much, said your lungs going to burn. Your tongue going to hang down like a red necktie. And I'm like, oh, boy. So I go back in the next day to that professor, y'all. Came in her office, boom. Man, what's up? Well, you gave me an F on my journal. She said, don't you come in here like that, arguing with me, mister. And I'm like, oh, shoot, she mad. I thought she was going to succumb to my blackness. I thought I was going to come in with angry black men. Oh, man, heck no. She wasn't even falling for it. She's like, you had to calm yourself down. Now, you come in here and you insult my intelligence by handing in this trash? And what you mean trash? That's a full completed journal. She said, oh, okay, all in purple ink the whole semester. Right there, and I started going, oh shoot, that does look bad. I should have probably changed it up. Little black ink here, little blue, but not me. Purple ink. So I'm like, now my all my aggression starting to decrease. I'm like, oh, well, I mean, maybe I just had a purple ink pen all semester. I like Prince and all that. She's like, okay, fine. All right, that's fine. But listen to this. I want you to hear this. Now, this is where she broke me down. Today in class was fun. I like doing fun stuff. Do you know we have fun in class? We dance, we talk, and sometimes we dance even longer. And it was like a kid. As she was reading it back to me, I'm going, no, that's enough. That's enough. I don't want you to show my raggedy behind work in my face. To hear it come back to me bothered me. We went around the class today in a circle. Speaking of circles, sometimes I like to spin around in circles. It sounded like it was a 5-year-old because I had nothing to say in that journal. I'm like, oh, shoot, okay. I like dancing, dancing. Like a dance machine. Oh, baby, you think that'll fly? Man, she ripped me to pieces as she started reading that back to me, and I was sitting there like, yeah, that does seem a little. Okay, can I get it back? Then give me another chance. And I had to go back and look at the whole rubric to figure out what we did in each class and put some effort into it. You can't be presenting slop to people. And then when the people put it back in your face, then you get mad at them. You sit back, call them clowns. Stuff like that. So that's what the Democrats have done. They present slop to their constituencies. And then when they get them on video saying stuff like this, it's like, oh, I don't want to hear that. There's xenophobe and white nationalists. Hush up, boy.
This is real America. This right here, people are paying 30-40% more. We were just going to buy Windex to clean the windshield. Everything is expensive. Everybody is hurting. People need to see that their leader cares about them.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump does care about them. And that's why he's coming here.
What? So you telling me he ain't just coming there to go ahead and manipulate the people for money? That's not why he's coming there? To convince middle-class white folks in Arizona or some other state, Utah, to vote for him? That's not why he's coming?
Why do you want to see Donald Trump tomorrow?
Well, Donald Trump is the man. Everybody wants to see Donald Trump.
There you go.
In the South Bronx today, Fox and Friends weekend co-host Rachel Campos-Duffy went there to see what residents are thinking of the former president.
Are you happy that he's coming here?
That's a good step for him. Yeah, him coming here is going to bring light to the hood. Him coming here is going to show that at least he's trying.
How will he be received here?
Open arms.
Ooh. Really?
Open arms. Everybody gonna show love. You come show love.
Bring it in,
show you love right back.
Should Joe Biden come?
Oh, Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe
got to go.
Gotta wake up if you want to come.
Oh, Sleepy Joe got to wake up if he want to come. Now, you know that ain't gonna happen. He'll show up in there farting and pooting all on the stage, nodding off sometimes between farting and sleeping. What? Okay, black people need to vote for me. If you don't, you ain't black. White nationalism's in. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Which way I go on stage? That's the only thing would happen if Joe showed up there, pooting and farting.
I think that's amazing. I think it's epic.
That's the best thing ever.
Are you gonna go?
Yeah.
How will he be received here?
AOC.
Open arms.
Really?
Open arms. Everybody gonna show love. You come show love, they're gonna show you love right back.
If I do see him, it's a what's up, and thank you for doing what you did. It's 50-50, honestly. People are gonna have some love and hate. Some people do love him, but us that still prefer him, that's better than Joe Biden.
Better than Joe Biden. See, we're at that point when it comes down to Trump. Can't deny him. Why would you want to? You need him. There you go, man. You would be voting against your own best self-interest. You got to be 100% suffering from Trump derangement syndrome to not vote for Trump this time. I mean, I would love to hear somebody justify without saying Trump's a white nationalist and he's a racist and he's a xenophobe and he's a criminal. justify why in the world would you think that Biden, straight policies, not rhetoric, not personality, tell me, I would love, if y'all find one person, it's like finding a leprechaun, see? It's like finding a leprechaun. I know that there's rumors that they exist, but I've never seen one. So I want somebody to find me one human that can stand toe-to-toe on policies and say, now that's why I'm voting for Joe Biden. Bidenomics. Look at all the benefits that it has. Look at all his policies. Look at all the great things and the condition our country's in since he took over. Versus, well, I ain't vote for Trump because he's a white nationalist and he's a...
Life in the Bronx better under Donald Trump or under Joe Biden?
It was better under Donald Trump. I can tell you that the Bronx has been through many changes. Everything was getting back on track.
Until Joe came in and destroyed it?
Everything is like falling apart again.
Senior citizen cannot walk in the street. Our children have been killed. Groceries. When you go to grocery store, you can't even buy anything anymore.
Everybody needs help. People need housing. Instead of giving migrants and everybody that's coming from other countries help, we Americans give us.
We keep hearing the same theme come up. Why are y'all giving money to everybody but us? Now, you don't think that those people would have noticed this after a while? See, what opened up that can is when Abbott sent all those folks up there to these SO-ran sanctuary cities. And it made people start going, hey, first of all, where's all these people coming from? Secondly, why aren't y'all shipping them out of here? And thirdly, why do I have to cancel school today and stay home with my kids because they're spending the night inside of my kids' school? See, why are they all on this street right here? Now this a red light district? This is a problem. This is a problem. So you want to wake up people real quick, give them what they want, or reveal to them something that they were ignorant about, and yet they've been voting the people in that supports this stuff. And when it showed up, they're all going, whoa, man, we see just how much y'all treat them better than us. And now all of these folks are starting to sound just like we did way before it ever showed up in New York. We were hit to this years ago saying this ain't right. Yeah, but it takes it happening in real life for these people to go, now I see what y'all was talking about. Build that wall. Send them back. Why are they giving them money? Yeah. See?
Some help.
They're giving all the money to the immigrants. It's not that. It's not. I'm not against that.
No. ¿Qué pasa?
The problem is they're cutting our stuff.
Oh, boy, how are they going to spin this and say that it's only xenophobes and folks in red states and border states and stuff that just want to keep America white? And that's the only reason they got problems with all these illegal immigrants. See what common sense would do for you? See what being slapped in the face with the reality that these leaders that y'all voted for care nothing about you. Not your safety, not your financial security, nothing about you. It is, when it comes down to the Democrat Party, it is, I ain't saying the Republican Party is perfect, but the Democrat Party is a 100% self-serving party. 100%. They do not make one decision that does not benefit them first. And the people come second, maybe third or fourth. If somehow they accidentally let the people benefit off of some stupid policy that they made, they'll take credit for it. Don't get me wrong. But it's never at the top of their mind like, man, we doing this for the people. And that is why they hate Trump so much, because he is a people first president. But that's why we all love him so much. Trump is the first president that I can honestly say I love. You know, when you see people doing something on your behalf and willing to fight and sacrifice, you don't need to know them personally. You can literally see all of the persecution, trials, and tribulations that Donald Trump is going through that he did not have to even go through for the people. You can see that this man is trying to restore the power to the people. And that right there makes you say, man, I love my president. Now, me as a person who is not a hyper emotional person, you know, I even find it amazing how women fall in love with their babies as soon as they're born. Yeah, I'll be going, no, wait a minute. You don't even know this kid that much. I mean, did y'all like hang out and you get to know him a little bit? No, he just came out in this instant love. How does that work? Maybe I'm broke on the inside. It's just instant like that. Wow, that's very. So for me to sit back and see somebody I ain't related to, never really interacted with, but to observe their behavior and their dedication and their efforts to benefit Americans and his own people, that makes me say, man, I love my president. I love my president. All the other presidents like, yeah, I respect our president. I mean, yeah, they I guess they're doing good stuff. But Trump is on a whole different level, man. And they sense it. The left sense it. They know that people really love Trump. And that's scary to them. It's not I'll take him or leave him. It's one of those we love him. Not only do we love him, but his way of handling things, his approach, his policies, all of that stuff has given us an appetite for steak. We're saying, I want all of our politicians to have an America first mentality. I don't want them signing bills that are stupid. I don't want that. See, I don't want them sending money all over the place when we got issues here. I don't want them leaving us vulnerable with an open border and we have no idea who's in this bad boy. I don't want that. And Republicans better get on board real quick and realize that the people are sick and tired of Renaults. I am constantly looking for a horn on any Republican. As soon as I see a potential horn, I'm like, nope, that's not a good one. That's not a good one. Throw him back. Throw him back. Let's continue. I'm sorry I went on that rant.
What can Biden do at this point?
Nothing. Even if he did something, we're beyond the point of no return when everybody's on the Trump train.
There it is. Yeah, all aboard the Trump train. All aboard. Nothing, Biden. The train has left the station, pal. It's left the station.
Democrat. All my life I've been a Democrat.
All your life?
But Democrats have used us.
Have used us?
And abused us.
And abused us.
That they own us.
They think that they own us. All his life been a Democrat. But they have used and abused them and think that they own us. Hush up, boys! You don't vote for me, you ain't black.
And Donald Trump is giving us the opportunity.
Black people and Hispanic people are very happy about him coming here, and they want to see the options, and they want to put pressure on Democrats to step their game up, and maybe Republicans have an opportunity here. They cannot let go.
What's your advice to Trump?
My advice to Trump, just to be himself, to be relatable.
Don't change, don't switch up because they're trying to take you down. You're good as a president. You know, you was in the White House. A lot of people wasn't. A lot of people want your spot.
Come to the park.
Did you see that brother in the background? I don't know what happened. Did he pinch his finger? He has no idea that he made a cameo appearance. Look right here.
Switch up because they're trying to take you down. You're good as a president. You know, you was in the White House. A lot of people wasn't. A lot of people want your spot.
Come to the park.
Did he just catch the Holy Spirit? What is he doing in the back shouting? Anyway, that's funny. Let's continue though. I just caught that.
And, keep it real with the people.
Keep it real with the people.
Let us know exactly what you're going to do for everyone, not just the Hispanic community, not just the Black and the minority communities, but for America. Because
Thank you. Maybe the Democrats could learn something from this lady. Instead of coming out talking about ultra MAGA, white nationalists, Trump and the extremists and all that. You know what? Trump and all of his. Instead of always breaking us up into groups by race, sex, gender, all of that mess. How about you approach us as Americans, Democrats, if you're listening? Maybe that might resonate with people. Instead of saying, well, you know what, I guess since I'm not a minority, there's really nothing that the Democrat Party is offering me except for my white privilege I got to be aware of. Yeah. How do you think we're ever going to unite as a country? If they address us as blacks, whites, Latinos, Asians versus Americans. But that's the goal for the Democrat Party. They don't want us to unite as a country because it destroys their whole business model. Then they would have to work hard to convince individuals about why their policies work or don't work. Why do that? When you can just say, hey, are you all gay? All right, if you all are gay, then Trump's trying to destroy gay people. All right, now what about you guys? Are you all you're Mexican? Okay. Trump wants to send you back to Mexico. What about you're black? Okay. Trump hates black people. Well, what are you going to do for us? What about the policy? You want to go back to Africa? No? Then shut up then. Okay? And vote for us.
when America succeeds, we all succeed.
I live right here in the heart of South Bronx.
And a lot of the residents have approached me and said, hey, Latina, we know that you go around and you give us a heads up about who's running for office, but please do us a favor. Don't bring us any more Democrats.
Oh, snap. Don't bring us no Democrat, snap. Oh, man. We don't want that crap. Oh, snap. Don't bring us no more Democrats. That's what I'm talking about. That's what needs to happen. People need to straight wake up and be like, look, man, I don't care how blue our city is. Somebody bust in a Republican, an America First candidate. On that statement, I had to take a swig to wet my whistle.
Oh! So, here.
Wow, I love hearing that.
Yes.
I do too.
I bet Democrats don't like hearing that.
No, they don't.
And Derek Gibson is
my boy,
amazing. He's like he's like a rebel at heart, and he sat down and listened to me and heard my pleas about how the Bronx is not being supported by our local, state, and congressional leaders.
That's why they need to vote straight down ballot. Now, I also noticed something, guys. There's a Nazi sitting right over here. Did you miss the Nazi? According to Joy Behar, because she got a Make America Great Again hat on. So she might as well have a swastika on her hat, according to Joy Behar. There you go. So I guess we now got Nazis with black skin and braids in their hair. There we go. So much for the blonde hair and blue eyes.
National leaders. We do not want to be controlled, bullied, and harassed just for voting for the opposite side.
Yeah.
So this
You mean to tell me you don't like being called clowns? Idiots? Nazis? You mean to tell me you don't like being called that? Radicals, extremists?
No idea that they're
Sellouts.
going to be, all over social media, and the response was very positive.
The deep-rooted machine of Democrats guilting the black community into, well, Joe said it best a few years ago. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
There you go.
I feel like that's what the Democrat Party sends to y'all, right? Like, yo, you ain't part of us if you don't vote for a Democrat.
And I don't even know who this dude is, but I'm liking his style. I like your show and I like your style, but the pay's so cheap, I won't be back for a while. I'm liking his style, so let's continue.
Have you heard that in Chicago for decades? Obviously, you're fed up, P. Ray. You started Chicago.
I want
my boy. We're gonna
join you.
Tell you
in having the Bronx great again.
Great again.
Please accept this Democrat,
this
black Puerto Rican, with a kinky hair, and a broken English, please accept my endorsement for you as a president.
Goosebumps on the goosebumps. Look at that. Now look at that picture right there. Boy, I should send that to Joyless Reed. I should send that to Joy Behar. And send that to Biden. You know what, Mayor Garlic, I want you to go ahead and audit that black Puerto Rican and send him a message. Christopher Ray, I want some people sliding down his chimney and arresting this black Puerto Rican immigrant.
Diga, huepa es Hispanic. If you are a Hispanic, si usted es hispano, diga huepa cuando yo cuente hasta 3, huepa para Donald Trump. 1, 2, y 3.
Huepa! Now, if you're not Hispanic, huepa means celebration of some sort, I'm pretty sure. I hear them saying it, it's salsa dancing all the time. Huepa! And I just join in. Don't know I could be saying anything. I'll be like, oh, don't shoot that. Huepa! Go ahead, give us some more of that huepa.
1, 2, y 3.
Huepa!
Ocasio y Jujarau. Richie Torres.
Richie Torres, get out.
By the way, I am Reverend Ruben Diaz Sr., and in behalf of the people of the Bronx, in behalf of the New York Hispanic Clergy Organization, and in behalf of the Christian Community Church that I'm the pastor of here in the South Bronx, I would like to join all of you welcoming Donald Trump to the Bronx.
Yo, hear that? Join all of you welcoming Donald Trump to the Bronx. Come on, give me some more, Pastor.
Yeah, baby. Come on, show some love and click that like button.
Donald Trump is welcome here in the Bronx. Did y'all hear that, AOC? Where you at? Where you at, AOC? Aren't you Hispanic? Eh? Don't you speak Spanish? Or you just use a Spanish accent like me? You play a Hispanic politician on TV. That's what it is. Listen, okay? But see, she'll also flip that when she show up in front of a black crowd, like all Democrats do. I don't see nothing wrong with being a bartender. Yeah, because they're all actors and actresses. Not this guy, though. Here we go.
Lo que ha hecho Donald Trump, what he has done today, unite the Bronx, black and Hispanic. Pay respect to the Bronx.
Pay respect to the Bronx. Unlike AOC. Unlike Hochul, who just called everybody that showed up at that joint clowns.
No one ever did that.
Only Donald Trump.
No one ever has come to the Bronx like this. Only Donald Trump.
Y'all hear that, AOC? Only Donald Trump.
No one has cared about us like this. Only Donald Trump. No one has looked at us. Only has said the Bronx and the black and Hispanic in the Bronx have to be paying attention to only. Por eso, that's why today we are telling everyone else that our candidate.
What about him with that big cowboy hat on, brother? Tell us about your candidate.
For the next president of the United States is
Donald Trump.
No one else.
I'm loving him. No one else. Only Donald Trump. What else?
No queremos a nadie más sino a.
Say it in Spanish.
Que lo oiga. I want AOC to hear this.
AOC? I want AOC to hear this. Okay? AOC, if you're listening, get the wax out your ears. As I'm sitting back rocking my big American hat / Macho Man Randy Savage look. Right now. Get over here, AOC. Right now. Okay? So, here we go.
This is the South Bronx.
This is the South Bronx.
This is our home.
AOC.
This is our borough.
Yeah.
This is our county.
Yeah.
We want Donald Trump. Donald Trump is welcome here.
Donald Trump is welcome here. Donald Trump is welcome here. Donald Trump is welcome here. Y'all know the song? Donald Trump is welcome here. Donald Trump is welcome here. Break that mess down, Pastor, with the cowboy hat. So, AOC, did you get that? Did you get that message? No? Okay. Yeah, I bet you don't want to hear that. Let's go ahead and watch his dismount.
Donald Trump is welcome here. Eso así. Por eso, that's why I'm going to close.
Close?
This is incredible.
Yeah, this is incredible. All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead and give us the dismount. Go ahead and give us the benediction, Pastor.
I want to close my remarks by saying, thank you, that I want you to join me.
Join me.
To join me. Raise your hand. Repeat with me.
Okay, here we go.
Today.
Did you hear somebody in the background? He said, repeat with me. And you heard somebody say, F Joe Biden. I don't think the pastor was going to say that. However, I'll have to allow that. I'll have to allow that, okay? I understand your frustration. Repeat with me. F Joe Biden.
I promise that I will vote for Donald Trump.
For Donald Trump.
To be our next president of the United States.
Of the United States
of America.
Yeah.
And I praise the Lord, our Savior.
I praise the Lord, our Savior. Woo! And he's bringing up Christianity, talking about Jesus. Now that's going to really make Democrats mad. And Joyless Reed. See, once again, now they're worshiping Trump. Look at that. Look at that. That's right. Trump is David Koresh. He's David Koresh. So let's finish here because, see, he really got a message for AOC. Yeah, here we go.
Because he make a miracle.
Make a miracle.
He's giving us a beautiful day.
Giving us a beautiful day. And AOC thought she was praying to the same God that this man said has given us a miracle of a great day, a beautiful day. What AOC did was pray for that day to be raining and slushy. Now look at that. And had the nerve to go ahead and say, ain't God good? Only time she probably has ever mentioned God. And it was in the context of being a hater. And look at God. Gave them a beautiful day. What else about this beautiful day?
They say that you're going to be thunderstorm.
Yeah, that's what AOC wanted.
The thunderstorm is coming.
But there is a thunderstorm coming. Tell us who that thunderstorm is, Pastor.
He's here. Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Make it stink.
And hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
Donald Trump. Tell him. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Yeah, man. Word. Donald Trump. There is a storm coming. And it wasn't the one that AOC was talking about. Oh, boy. Yeah, man. And I hope it blows her whole house down. Dang on it. Now, God bless y'all. God bless America. Couldn't let another day go by without me finishing up all of those wonderful highlights from Donald Trump's celebration in the Bronx. Boy, I tell you, man, that one had to hurt him deep. Had to hurt him deep. If you didn't watch last night's show, please go back and watch that one. Yeah, I showed some other clips and highlights that I didn't cover tonight. And I want to bust it up into 2 nights. So please go back and watch that. And, you know, if you ever got some free time, go back through my channel and watch some oldies but goldies or things you might have missed over time. Make sure you're still subscribed to my channel. Make sure your notifications are set to all so you'll get all of the notifications, hopefully. And subscribe to my alternative channel over here at Stop and Think About It. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and like my own video. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, I liked it from that channel over there. And hit that like button on the way out. Somebody said they had fun. Good. I'm glad you had fun. So did I. I'll tell you what, man. As much as I despise these raggedy behind Democrats and others, I always have fun, talking about it and exposing it. And I think that's really my goal. I never want to develop high blood pressure over this stuff right here. And I try to keep everybody else's blood pressure down as well by being able to communicate effectively, but humorously as well. Letting folks know that, hey, these are moments we can let our hair down and laugh about it, but also recognize it to be a serious situation. At the end of the day, we laugh about it and go, yeah, but I'm going to take my butt out and vote. That's for sure. Sure, it's funny listening to him talk about Nasty Pelosi and all of that, but we're going to take our butts out and vote. So I appreciate the support, and I'm glad that I could bring a little sunshine to y'all day, even though it's raining here in Youngstown, Ohio. Now, I will be back on Monday, maybe. I forgot about that. We do have a holiday, but maybe in the evening, if things are settled, I might go ahead and slide in a late night, or should I say early evening, quick live stream. And then Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a live stream that includes a person that I'm going to be interviewing, but it'll be my normal 7 o'clock live stream time. So that should be a fun time. I like interviewing people, getting their feedback. And then one day I'm hoping I can get me a liberal or a Democrat to come on my show and debate. Folks don't want no piece of calf. I don't even get trolls no more. Hey, they used to pop up and then I start challenging them. Hey, come on. You want to come in here and troll? Come on. How about you reveal yourself? We'll go one-on-one. Nah, never mind, man. Go on, man. Go on, man. Forget it. I'm like, yeah, I thought so. So maybe one day I'll get somebody on here to debate me, and I'll be civil. I know that I talk a good game, but I know how to speak to where I don't come across like a Democrat. Look at the data. You got to look at the data. See, that's not how you debate. Yeah, you calm your butt down and you deal with the facts, and you stay level-headed, and you let your own opponent destroy themselves through ignorance. So that's one thing we always have on our side, and that is the truth. All right, so let's get out of here. I want y'all to have a wonderful holiday weekend. Don't eat too much. Don't drink too much. Don't kick it too much. Don't kick the ball so far over the fence that you can't go get it. All right, so with that being said, let's get out of here. If you want to donate to the channel, the links are below, my Cash App and PayPal. And also, don't forget Kevin's Corner. All right. The number right here, text MAGA to that number so you can stay and connect with me just in case something mysteriously happened. So God bless. Take care. All right, now let's get ready to get out of here. I got to go to a celebration. My friend's daughter graduated. See the apes. No, you see the way we tear up the place. Yeah. God bless. Take care.